Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, from a new career high for Eminem that sparked reactions accordingly. And this is happening just in time when Spotify revealed the top hip-hop albums in the world for 2022 that we covered in the last video. So yes, it's been a cluster of wins for Eminem over the past few hours, as today we have more that revealed the top hip-hop artists in the world on Spotify in 2022. And before we dive into the details today, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more, and leave a comment below at the end of the video. So first of all, we'll start with something interesting that happened just hours before the cluster of wins for Eminem hit the web. When XXL shared this, the 4 biggest hip-hop first-week sales debuts of all time: MMLP, The Eminem Show, The Massacre, and Carter 3. And if not for the early release, Encore would have been third on the list, as it sold over 700,000 in the first 3 days and nearly 1.6 million in 10 days. But back on topic, this post brought out the salt for obvious reasons, and some went in: Marshall McTrailer Trash should never be on this list with Lil Wayne, just mindless hating, since this fan should know that Wayne jumped on tracks with the so-called McTrailer Trash. But the point is, when this was on, and some were asking, how is Eminem on every list? The Spotify report for top hip-hop albums in 2022 hit the web that showed these 2 albums make the 2022 top albums list, but more was on the way. Eminem hit a new career milestone a few hours ago when this happened. For the first time ever, Eminem reached 60 million monthly listeners on Spotify, the most relevant 90s artist hitting wonders daily without putting any new music out for years. And when a user expanded, man, what the F? This man can't lose. Under a user adds, we have never seen such longevity before in rap, and we won't again, probably skull emoji. And he ended the month of November as the second rapper in the world with the most listeners on Spotify. Now this one is even more interesting, as the hip hop page that reported this was exposed under when a user shared a screenshot that showed they liked a post that said, Eminem on Spotify Wrapped equals blocked. This is a hip-hop page that is focused on numbers, which is wild since Eminem's always making the lists they report on, and the user that shared this added the caption, I know it hurts, typing out the GOAT's name, and the user completes the ratio. I will never understand how people that want to be hip-hop Twitter info accounts do things like this. I'm not surprised, but if someone did something like that about Drake or Kanye, you will be crying all over Twitter. How is it to hate an artist so much and see him succeed year after year? But moving on from this drama, in reaction to the report, some can't understand and are genuinely asking, what Eminem songs are y'all listening to still? I'm genuinely curious, laughing emojis, to which a user responds, all of them. And now some are asking, yo, the amount of commercial dominance Eminem has at 50 years old needs to be studied. What he just did with The Eminem Show and MMLP in 2022 is something that's never been seen in hip-hop music. 2 20-plus-year-old albums beating out most hip-hop releases in a calendar year. In fact, in The Eminem Show's case, only Kendrick's Mr. Morale did better. This has never happened in hip-hop since most listeners typically focus on trends. And this feat by The Eminem Show in 2022 makes this discussion on Twitter more hilarious when hip-hop fans were asked, hip-hop fans, which one gotta go? And some said The Eminem Show easy. Now this got hundreds of likes and it got some wondering. The Eminem disrespect on Twitter is wild versus real world, and I'm not talking about OP, more so things I'm seeing in the replies. My whole life, Eminem music being awesome was what brought races together. LOL, on Twitter you wouldn't think it's like that. And a user added some context. The gag is that Eminem's production is all over Get Rich or Die Trying, including features, and he has a feature and production on the blueprint, so you can't get rid of him even if The Eminem Show is gone, laughing my freaking bum off. And the album that can go easily turns out to be top 3 in 2022. And it's not just The Eminem Show and MMLP doing big things in 2022. In the UK market, Eminem's Curtain Call will end 2022 as the best-selling hip-hop album of the year. It released in 2005, and overall across all genres of music, it is the 6th best-selling album of the year in the country. 50 Cent recently said Eminem deserves more credit than he gets for what he's done in the hip-hop genre. The genre now has its version of Thriller/Eagles' greatest hits, and even Drake in 2021 said Eminem is underappreciated. But there's more today, as for the top hip-hop artists in the world on global Spotify in 2022, a report shows it goes Drake, Ye, and Eminem, the only hip-hop acts to make the global top 10 in the world. So, for a clear picture on what's going on in 2022, Eminem was number 1 in hip-hop on Deezer in the world, number 1 on YouTube in the world, and number 3 on Spotify in the world. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.